Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all okay. I know it's been quite a while since I've been uploading videos on a regular basis, but as you know it's the winter and the weather is not always that kind for us motorcyclists. So I thought I would do a little bit of a review today rather than going out on the bike. Thought I'd do a bit of a review instead. My lovely wife treated me at Christmas for a lovely new motorbike jacket. I'd had my previous jacket, my Reacher one, for about 9-10 years. It owed me nothing. It's been a great jacket, it served me well. It's never once leaked. It's always kept me warm. And to be honest, it was never actually an expensive coat. It was only about £110, £120 brand new 9-10 years ago. It didn't have any of the modern gizmos really that today's jackets have, but it served me well, but it's well past its best and it was time for a new one. So my lovely wife treated me to a new coat for Christmas, and here it is. It's the Wolf GTS Titanium jacket. Now I've got to say, I wasn't in the market for a Wolf product. I've never ever owned a Wolf product. To be honest, I didn't know an awful lot about them. I went with an intention of getting a completely different jacket, and when I was in the shop I tried the jacket on that I wanted. Didn't feel right, just didn't seem to fit me in the way that I would like it to fit. I tried the medium, I tried the large, just didn't seem to fit. And I've got to say, I went to Millennium Motorcycles in Thatto Heath in St Helens, and Millennium are absolutely fantastic. I love going there. It's always a lovely way to spend the day off. The cafe is great and the shop is fantastic, and you can wander around all the showrooms and see all the latest bikes as well. But the lady in the shop is always brilliant and will spend a long time with you making sure that you get the right product, whatever it is you're after. And so she was brilliant with me as I tried on various jackets, and she led me to this one. Now, as I said, I wasn't heading for a Wolf jacket. I've never really known anything about them. They're a British made company, and I've got to say, I put this jacket on and instantly I just knew that it was the right one for me. It felt right. It was a little bit more expensive than what I was hoping to pay, but actually they did a great deal for me in the shop and were able to knock a little bit off. And so this jacket retails at £270. I got it just a little bit cheaper than that, but it's not an expensive jacket, but it's also not a cheap one. It's right there in the middle bracket really. So what do you get for your money? Well, it's a £270 jacket, the Wolf GTS Titanium. Well, I'm going to put it on and I'll show you. Okay, it's a mid-length cut. It's not the long touring jacket. There is an additional extra jacket you can get, which is the touring jacket. This is kind of a mid-length cut, which leaves it with quite a high waistband actually, which I'll come back to in a minute. But it's the mid-length cut. It's Teflon coated Cordura. It is incredibly durable, and it's got that really tough finish to it. Doesn't feel tough on the inside to wear, it's really comfortable to wear, but it's got that tough coating which makes it feel like it's going to last forever, to be honest. And if you do go down the road, I think this will certainly survive one of those trips. It's highly breathable. It's got the XTR waterproof membrane, which has got something like a 10,000 hydrostatic head. It's incredibly waterproof. Highly breathable. It's got the Deflection shoulder protectors, which is normally you'd find on leather jackets, although quite a few textiles do have them as well. So it's got the plastic deflectors on the shoulders there. It's also got the D30 level 2 armour in all the usual places, i.e. the shoulders and the elbows. But it's also got an inbuilt D30 level 2 back protector as well. And the beauty of the D30 armour is that it's pliable, it's really soft just to touch, so it's movable, flexible, but actually when you give it a whack, it's that rigid, solid, which is fantastic for when you have an impact. So it's also got the Outlast, which is obviously on the arm there. It's got the Outlast removable gilet on the inside. Now the beauty of the Outlast material, apparently it was created by NASA and the clever boffins there, but the idea behind it is it's different to just a normal thermal layer in so much as it kind of retains the heat, it withdraws the heat from the body, and it retains the heat in the material, and then when the body cools down it puts the heat back towards the body. So slightly different, therefore it keeps you at a regular temperature rather than sort of fluctuating. It keeps you at that constant regular temperature. And I've got to say, I've worn it a few times now and you don't really notice a temperature change, which I suppose is what it's about. You don't notice that, and the temperature, it's just a level temperature. And I've got to say, I've worn it in the winter and I've not been cold in the slightest, and I've only worn it with a t-shirt on and a very thin mid layer underneath, and I've actually, if anything, I've been toasty warm. So it seems to work. And also I've got to say, as a windproof jacket, it is incredible. There's no wind coming through this material, and it is just incredibly good to wear on the bike. It feels brilliantly well made, and it's a pleasure to wear whilst riding. It doesn't move about. You can move your body, but it kind of moves with you without the jacket sort of moving around. And it's a good tight fit. It's also got the waterproof pockets. So they've got the pockets which have a zip as well, and a waterproof line internal pocket with zip and press stud to keep them closed. So none of your bits and bobs are going to go flying on down the road. It's also got various vents, a couple of vents on the front here, so a few vents there, and there's also an exhaust vent on the back as well. It's got the storm collar which comes across, and I've got to say the Velcro is superb. It feels really well made and really tight fitting and closes really well. The jacket itself is quite a tight fitting jacket, it's quite a snug fit. I've got a size large, which seems to fit me really well. The other really good thing about this jacket is the full length connector zip, which can go with the freestyle Wolf trousers, or any trouser I suppose, as long as the zip is compatible. But I'm looking at probably going to get the Wolf freestyle jeans to go with these. What I will say is I found the waistbands to be fairly high, which I'm not used to. My other one was more of a touring, a purpose-built touring jacket. This is more of a sports touring jacket. And the waistband, although it's really adjustable, I found it to be quite high, so that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Excellent warmth, it feels really well made, feels really strong, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with it. I like the sporty details on it as well. It's got lots of nice sporty details. It's got some good adjustments on the arm to keep the armour in place. The Velcro fasteners on the cuffs. Perhaps that's one area where it could be a little bit better. Having a zip on there as well would have been good, just to give you a bit more expansion for your gloves. But one thing I do like, which I can't really show you through the camera, it has got the... Do you know where some jackets have the Velcro poppers, like two poppers in, sorry, the press stud poppers inside to keep the thermal gilet in place? And sometimes if you get that wrong when you put the thermal liner back in, it can be a right pain, you get your hand stuck inside. This is different, it's got a zip, a full length zip all the way around to keep the thermal layer in. So when you've got your thermal layer in and you're putting your arm through, there's no differentiation between the thermal layer and the outer shell. It's all one, and the zip keeps that in place. So that's fantastic. The dog's just about to bark. Yeah, so it's, as I said, it's the Wolf GTS Titanium. It is retailing at £270 around about. Feels brilliantly well made, as I've said, and I can't say enough about it at the moment. It's I think it will do me well, and if I can get 10 years out of this like I got out my other one, I'll be delighted. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say about it. Do comment, let me know if you've got one of these, what you think about it, and I'll be glad to hear your comments. So I shall see you next time. Okay, right safe, a little bit of extra information for you. It's as you can see, it fits really well. It's quite a snug fit. It's quite a good fit. When it's on the bike, you feel really comfortable. The arms have got really good detailing, and the way that it's embroidered is that it moves with you. You don't feel like when you move you're pulling against the material moves with you, which is a really good feature. To do like all the detailing on it, as I've said, it's got some good adjustment on the waistband. You can obviously, there's quite a lot of adjustment in that area. It's also got adjustment here on the hips, so when you're on the bike, you can, if you sat down it's quite tight, you can open the hip zips there, which give you those adjustment, and the adjustment on the arms as well, and on the cuffs too. It's a really nice jacket. I'll just show you that there's the front, with the detailing on, and obviously some of the detailing on the arms and the sleeves there. And on the back, there you go, there's the detailing on the back as well, with the exhaust vents up there as well on the back. So there we have it, Wolf GTS Titanium textile jacket.